no cat to y'all, cause y'all went there when they ain't had a ball. He talking sporty, wonder how he felt watching his dog Cassie fall. I had to tell my YG stop, he don't like to pass the ball.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
On third down, Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to go deep for Conley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him, over 100 yards last.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. They use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barker. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Two yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the best.
They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll get this to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. Prescott. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Mike 5-4.
Here's Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Caught here by Conley. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His Cowboys, they push out in front further. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down, sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And again, it's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 18-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. The give is to Elliott. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not much there, only a yard.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Mahomes firing complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now it's Mahomes again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes rolling to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Cowboys, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs,